right, welcome to yet another fabulous Sunday night news and nonsense. I have Total OS today with me today, and he's doing the 30-day trial of Manjaro. How's that working out for you so far?
Well, the first time I tried to install, it kind of went crashy on me. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, you should have consulted me first. I would have told you, you should have said, "Hey, Spat, which installer should I try out?" You
Oh,
know,
gee, there's like three of them. I had a choice of one out of three. Of course, I picked the dud.
and you had, yeah, well, calamari still needs a little bit of work, but later in the podcast, we'll actually talk about that a little bit because
Yeah.
they are making some improvements to it, so
Okay.
that's always a plus side. But I'm very interested to see how things are going to go in that 30-day trial for you. And speaking of everybody's favorite OS, Windows 10 is back in the news again, Toss.
Oh, goodbye.
And this time, Windows 10 updates are now ruining pro gaming streams. Now, for those of you avid gamers who like watching Eric Flom's gaming show, apparently when he was doing a live stream to 130,000 followers, Windows 10 update pops in right in the middle of the kids' gaming session and completely messes up his live stream. And I figured I'd just watch just a sampling of some of this kid's stuff. And, well, suffice it to say, the language is definitely not not parent friendly for sure.
That's funny. Well, I do have a little bit of Windows 10 news. It is official. Windows 10 hits 300 million intrusions. I mean downloads. That's a lot.
Intrusions. I think you had it correct. Now the goal is to have 1 billion
Yes.
in 3 years' time. I don't think they're going to do it.
Well, considering that the free upgrade expires, July 20 something, and this time apparently Microsoft promises once that free upgrade is over, you will not see that intrusion, that notice anymore. It's done. They really should not have put it there in the first place. I mean, give it as an option, make it your choice. But to force it, it seems like they got one thing right and 10 things wrong.
Yeah. Now this is from the Forbes website. Gordon Kelly writes, "It's time to make your mind up. Time. Windows 10." Has come in for a lot of justified criticism, but also represents the future of Windows, and it's free for not
Yeah.
much longer. Now, apparently, the price is going to go up to $119, and it's going to be $199 for the Pro version. Okay,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling that because supposedly July 29th is when the price is going to go up. But I just have a stinking thinking feeling that Microsoft is going to extend that free upgrade thing a little bit longer to see if they can pull in the other people that have
Yeah.
been holding on tight, kicking and screaming, and that sort of thing. Because there are people out there who are holding on to Windows 7, kicking and screaming. Even before the show, one of the listeners was saying that Microsoft is now, in order to push people to accepting the upgrade, they're now preventing any upgrades to drivers for Windows 7 and Windows 8 peripherals. Can you imagine that? Can they even do that, Toss?
Like I said, they took one step. They're not listening to me. That's the problem. They took one, with Windows 8, I told Microsoft on my videos. I said,
Yeah,
look,
they
just
sure.
put,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like anything you're gonna say
yeah.
to them makes any yeah.
Well,
Okay, yeah. Well, here, let me give you Satya Nadella's phone number. Why don't you call him?
I'll
And I'm
call him right now. I called up.
and he'll tell you where you can stick that cell phone.
Okay, fine. If Windows 10 gives me more maintenance headaches, I'm done with Windows 10.
Well, it's really funny because I've been reading a lot of these articles, and it's like for the past 2 weeks, and I gotta say, at least 2% of the comments are, "That's it, I'm switching to Linux" comments. You see them, if you ever take the time to read all the crap after these articles and stuff like that, I'd have to say about 2% of people are saying, all right, I've had enough with Microsoft. I'm switching to Linux. I'm going to give Linux a try.
This is their reality. Just to get serious for one, they don't fear competition. Mac, as good as it is, doesn't have those issues, but it's prohibitively expensive. Linux, there are so many freaking distros. How do you know which one will work with which type of hardware? That's why I wish Google would just come out with their own, quote, standard Linux desktop, which everybody can use. Make it Android. How many billion Android devices are there? It makes sense to come out with an Android desktop, a full functioning desktop. That way I can do everything I want to do on that without having to worry about pop-ups or this and that or maintenance or malware and all that stuff. But right now, Spatry, they're doing it, good or bad, because they do not fear competition because they don't have any. It's nonsense time.
Oh, goodness. All right, what you got, Toss?
Well, we just celebrate, of course, the Cinco de Mayo, once a year event. Apparently, New Orleans, they had a 30-foot sinkhole appear that day. So they had a Sinkhole de Mayo event. Yeah, there's a picture. This thing is huge. Really, to celebrate a Sinkhole de Mayo, you need to fill it with some barbecue, like charcoal briquettes, and then the chicken and everything, and the salsa and the tacos. But yeah, I missed it. The Sinkhole de Mayo, darn it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I should tell you this one, Toss, because this is probably the borderline something that we probably shouldn't be having on the show. But here it is from the BBC News. China bans erotic banana eating live streams.
Wait. Say it again.
China bans erotic banana eating live streams. So apparently, Chinese live streaming services have banned people filming themselves eating a banana in a seductive fashion. New regulations mean that live streaming sites must monitor all their output round the clock to ensure nothing untoward is going on.
I mean, what's it like?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Keeping an eye out for any erotic banana eating, according to News Express Daily. And it's not just fruit that's on their radar, though. The paper adds that wearing stockings and suspenders while hosting a live stream now is also forbidden.
That, China, China, you want to impress me?
But it's okay to do that on YouTube, I imagine. But yeah, in China, they're not gonna. Yeah. That's not kosher in China.
I guess not. I'm not sure what. I mean, no, never mind.
What you got, Toss?
Well, KFC, one of my favorite places for chicken. Apparently, they have another thing on their menu. They have chicken flavored nail polish.
What?
Yeah, you think the banana thing was something? Forget that, man. They are testing, I guess, where else? In Hong Kong, in China. They are testing edible nail polish designed to taste like chicken. I kid you not. It was on the news. I guess it comes in buffalo hot spicy flavor and the regular. I have a vision of you walking into a Chinese in Hong Kong, KFC, and all these Chinese women are just putting their fingers in their mouth, and you're like, oh my God.
Well, I mean, that's. Well, they might as well because I mean, if they're not allowed to do seductive eating of bananas, then they're gonna be. It brings new meaning to finger looking good.
My friends, we have come to a new low on the Sunday Night News Announcements Report.
I mean, because if it's not bananas that they're licking, they're certainly licking something else, aren't they?
It must be something going on in China. I have no idea.
It must be something in the water, Toss. What else you got?
To be honest, I have nothing else.
Okay, good. All right, take us out, Toss.
Thank you for another impressive. I'm not really sure Sunday Night News report.
You mean thank you for another pathetic episode?
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Thanks to everybody here who had the guts to join us for tonight's show. And join us every Sunday night at your own risk because Spatry said so. Say good night, Spatry.
Good night, Spatry.
Ciao.